Hello guys, Unoraptormon here. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Since I already technically did it once, I didn't bother recording me doing the self-destruct sequence thing again. So yes, Brotherhood of Steel has been wiped out.
Single-handedly destroying a Brotherhood of Steel bunker is quite an accomplishment. Platoons of NCR troops have died trying to do the same. This welcome news comes just in time, as events in the wider world are coming to a head. Aaron Kimball, the president of the new California Republic, is going to visit Hoover Dam to boost morale. Apparently, he hasn't considered the effect on the troops' morale of seeing their beloved leader get his brains blown out by a Legion sniper. I need you to make sure that no harm comes to President Kimball. It's fortunate that you've maintained good relations with the NCR.
Yes, it is.
Simple. An NCR ranger named Graham is in charge of security arrangements for the visit. Present yourself to him. Let him know you want to help. Given your reputation, it's a near certainty that he'll accept your offer.
And if he doesn't,
Don't dally. The precise time of Kimball's visit is a closely guarded secret, but it will happen soon.
So if I remember correctly, nothing here is... They're back at the thing, aren't they? No, wrong one! Me! Residential suite.
Lead the way.
Eddie! There you are.
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute.
Sure!
Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave.
We got it!
We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out. I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR.
No shit.
My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government.
Ladies and
Memories
gentlemen,
being
the
short
Enclave
around
is
here,
back.
not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro. After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit. The same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR.
Woof.
Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel.
Irony.
A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar. That's a hard question to answer. I know I don't want the Legion to take Hoover Dam. So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. If possible, I'd like to figure out a way to help the NCR win Hoover Dam without holding New Vegas.
Say
Great.
more.
I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I can convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
Oh my gosh, we finally freaking got the quest. Okay, so you know those random people, well, seemingly random people that I was visiting? Yeah. And thankfully, since these aren't timed, at least I'm fairly certain they're not timed.
Alright, I know you can hear me,
anyway.
So listen up. There's 5 of us left. 5 out of I don't know how many. So, it's over. We've talked and it's over. We're not gonna send anybody to die anymore.
By the way, that's Vault 11 you're listening to. Or we're listening to.
So shut
hear
off
the Great
our
Khans
water,
got
our
massacred again.
gases, or do
No
whatever it is
survivors
you're
this
programmed
time,
to do.
though.
But we're done listening to you.
Sticking around for the attractions? Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us? Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro. I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants. Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region. I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno were my heavy hitters. Henry handled tech things, and Whitman flew the chopper. Johnson and Moreno never got along, and I had my hands full keeping those two apart some days. It was a difference in philosophy, mostly. Mercy was not part of Moreno's vocabulary. Uh-huh.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that was just funny.
Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
That does it. I am taking that freaking mask of yours.
Sure, just don't treat me like a pack Brahmin, okay?
Fine, I'll give him my sunglasses in exchange for the freaking helmet. Okay, he looks way better now. Alright. Next stop, Jacobstown. Do you mind not standing right in the door, dude?
Is there something else I can do for you?
Yes, sir.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out.
It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed. Not everyone dreams of being a revolutionary, I suppose. Maybe we can't all change the world. Maybe it's enough just to do good for the short time that we're here. No one's going to sing Doc Henry's praises when he's gone. But he's probably saved more lives than I ever will.
I don't know. The super mutants around here in Calamity kinda like him. Alright. 2 down, 3 to go. Oh, right. I got a feeling I shouldn't do him quite yet, even though he's the closest one. I think I should do Moreno last. Oh! Hello, glitch, big corner cab. Oi! Whoa! How about I not run into shit?
What brings you around this time? Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then? Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in.
All right.
Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
You look like Elijah.
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing.
Huh.
Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving.
Yowza.
It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew. I wonder if he would. It's pointless, I know, but sometimes I wonder what he wanted me to be. Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in mind for his little boy.
Maybe he's kind of like Anna with Farah. Anna, from Overwatch, didn't want Farah to be in Overwatch. But Farah went into Overwatch anyway. Don't point that thing at me. Alright, we've met Miss Daisy before. If I remember correctly, she's up here. Is it this one or is it the next one? It's the next one, because this is the one the comedian was in. Miss Daisy!
Your travel's been going all right?
Mm-hmm.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear. I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow. Watch your six out there.
We'll attempt. Where'd Arcade go?
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded. As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
And last but not least... Well, probably least considering it's the hothead of the... How did Eddie get stuck there? I bet you he's still in the Lucky 38. Alright, you old codger, where are you?
Yeah? Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries? You can thank the NCR for that one. Wait, this isn't on behalf of the NCR, is it? Yeah, it does. There's not a chance you'll find me helping the NCR in any way. They've caused me too much grief. Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember. Heavy weapons trooper. Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left. I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Alright, and with that, on to the bunker. After I pick up Eddie. We left him in Lucky 38. Oh, that is too funny. I don't know how I managed that. kidding me? Let's go via Jacobstown. Oh, mantises. I'll let them deal with it. Sandaroot. Sandaroot. More Sandaroot. Okay, so apparently I'm standing on top of it. Found it. Careful, arcade. Whoa. What you complaining about, Puff? But look, it's a sink.
Have you seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles.
Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against? Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him. You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. That tower on the strip popped open like a can and let somebody walk right in. Mark my words, some evil's afoot.
I wouldn't quite call it evil, Buster. Alright, saving just in case I screw this up.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out. I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
Yes, sir!
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest, when Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all gonna shake out in the end, but at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done. Hold on a second. I need to talk to you about something else. I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro, and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get.
We could use every single person. But he does have a point. Even if he's not the best medically trained, because he said so himself. He should stay in Freeside and help out there as best he can.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seemed to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then? True enough, I suppose. Getting them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
No problem, dude. Okay.
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the Vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance.
How about now?
The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind.
I hear reports of Legion raiding parties all over the place. They can't all be rumors.
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
Jeez. Alright, so let's take a look at the armor we just got. Oh, it's in perfect condition. -1 charisma, +1 strength, and rad resistance versus... Ooh. I can cover that up. I can be faster with this armor. I'm taking it.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find me.
I'm honored.
It's the least I could do. All I ask is that you put it to good use. This place has lived in the shadow of Caesar for long enough. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Later, Gator. Now, the problem with this is I lose the strength modifiers. Well, wait. Let's take a look at my... I might not even need to bother with that. Holy cow. Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me put this back on. Jeez. My energy weapons can't really get much higher. Okay, so... keep that in mind. Alright, so... I'm actually gonna go do the reunion. And then I'll do these two. With that said, let's see if I pull out a little bit. He can't carry much. I'm gonna take a bunch of junk from him real quick. And then I'll cut back, or cut forward, I guess. Cut back. I'm not sure which would be the proper phrase. But I'll cut to when I enter the divide. So, that seems only fair. Kind of sad that we lost the chance, I should say. We lost the chance to do Victoria's thing, but we did finally get arcades, which I've been working toward and complaining about. Alright, so, be back.
God, why can't I stop singing this fucking song?
Actually. And then I'll leave the remnant helmet here. Alright, I'm definitely not as light as I could be. I'm definitely lighter than I was. Okay, yeah, I spent a lot of time on that. Alright. See you guys in the next episode. Unoraptormon signing out. Ciao.